I used AI to decorate my studio. I needed to fix this background. The white wall was depressing. It didn't even look like a studio, it looked like hospital. So I wanted something bold. I generated this. It was colorful, it was loud, it reminded me of The Simpsons. I loved it. So I showed it to my client and she said, absolutely not. So I needed to do another version. Something that had a chance to pass, clean, classy, and this is how I engineered the compromise you see behind me. I knew I could have bought some posters, but I wanted something distinct. Rome, Paris, New York, Barcelona, cities I have been to or want to go to. The problem with buying art is you are limited to what exists, but when you use AI, you are only limited by your ability to prompt and your other half's patience. Now let's go to the screen where I will show you how I did that. Now this is the setup where you can see the first version of my posters, which didn't get approval, and the second version, which did. You can see that to get the output, you basically only need some reference image and some description of what you want to have in the poster or art or whatever. Because there is a system prompt I created which will describe this image in case of visuals. It will stay away from what's in it, so you won't see an Eiffel Tower in the art of New York, and this gets generated by default, and you need to supplement it with the description of what's in it, create a new poster for New York City, then a brief description of what's in the scene, mimic following style, description exactly. Then those two descriptions of the style and your addition will be joined in prompt concatenator and you will create master prompt. Just to be sure, I added a safety part. Do not include any elements from the original Paris image, like no Eiffel Tower, no French text and stuff like that. I was presented with this very image. Like New York was done on a very first try. With others, it wanted a couple of generations until I found what I liked. But in here you can see that only this part is changed. So still I rewrite what I want in it. So new poster of city of Rome and then what I imagine to be there. Then Barcelona again. Just rewrite the city and what you want there. Of course, I did not write that part. I get some help from ChatGPT. And the last part is again a new version of Paris, because also my source image was Paris. And this was basically the run that I really liked. As I told you, it reminded me of Simpsons a little bit, probably due to that yellow color, but whatever. And in here, I so much love the Rome version, but as I told you before, in my case, it didn't went through. So I needed to find something a bit more subtle, not so much colorful. Therefore, I just pasted this image here and I plugged it into my any LLM node where you can hit run and the description of the visual style will be done automatically. And since the rest of the nodes were basically prepared, since I only copied it, I didn't need to rewrite anything here because I wanted to stick with my selection of cities. But if you would like to maybe introduce a different city, I will show you how to do that. So you can see these posters were approved tiny node, but that was just enough for me to get them printed. So now let's try to put it into a test. So we will go to, let's say, Midjourney, and we can search for some city poster just to get some style there that you would maybe like. And I think we can try something like this. So let's just copy the image, paste it here, and with it, only thing you need to do is just change the source and let this guy run. And we can basically copy one set of images. I will plug this description in here because we made a copy, so it lost its connection. We can also plug the image source here, and now we will change the city to be, let's say, Los Angeles, for example. So how will you get this description? I would do it this way. Copy this part, go to ChatGPT or any other LLM you want. In here you will just paste this in and adjust the text above to describe LA city. Only focus on image contents, not the style. Now you have this description which you will copy, and then in here you will just paste it in and you will rewrite city of LA. And with it you are basically done and prepared to get your image. Run image, and also with these four guys we can hit run, 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 and run. Now we only need to wait. Let's reorganize a little bit. And now we are done. We can take a look. You can see New York looks like really interesting. I like this black stroke effect here. Maybe if I would want the text New York to appear there, you would just specify it in this prompt, but I did not do that. In here it's Rome, kind of similar composition as before, but the style is the new one with the black strokes and it looks cool. Barcelona, again, quite interesting, but I would probably do another take with this one because I don't like the positioning of this text and also the choice of the font, but just a showcase, that's completely fine. Then we have a Paris, again, black stroke style is done, it's maintained. And the last part is Los Angeles. We can see Hollywood signed somewhere in the background. And well, this is kind of interesting. I just realized it's like from some staircase or what. I'm not even sure if I liked it or not, but the style is there. Black stroke effect is kind of visible, and you can surely tell that it's not the exact city. This is not the point to get the perfect copy of a certain street in the city. You just need to like create some visual metaphor to have recognizable buildings or style to be there, and that was my aim. And I think that this workflow does it quite well. So if you would like to do some generations on your own, find the workflow in the description. And that's basically it, because this workflow is really straightforward. It does one job, and I think it does it really well. It wasn't 100% enthusiastic yes from my wife. It was a polite nod. But in the world of marriage and home decor, a polite note is a green light. I took it, printed them immediately before she could change her mind. Now the studio feels better. Here's the lesson. I didn't have to hunt for the perfect poster. I just had to describe it. If you want to try it for yourself, you can find that workflow link in the description. It's part of my Full Stack Plus synthetic philosophy. Don't consume, create. Go and build something cool. See you next time.